Welcome to my latest vlog. Well, today I want to show you something, or more precisely, I want to talk about something. But before I do that, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. So yes, I want to show you something first before I talk about, what you saw in the thumbnail is this little mic here. Right, this is not new, but Sabinetek did contact me and send me this sample for review purposes. And I said yes only because of one feature that I think is pretty cool. Right, you know that I use Rode stuff, Wireless Go and Holy Lens stuff, and they're all really cool wireless setup. But the problem is for those wireless system is that you will need to have both the transmitter and the receiver to work, which means that you will have to plug it in to the camera via a cable. Even for a smartphone, you will have to do that sort of setup. But let's say what I'm doing right now using my iPhone to do this vlog, I will have to first use a adapter, the lightning to a 3.5mm converter, then plug it into a receiver, then have to mount the transmitter somewhere else. It affects the balance, all sorts of stuff. So it's cumbersome. So it's not nice. But this, using Bluetooth. Yes, this is cool. I think this is the killer feature of these things, and this is using Bluetooth 5.0, which will connect directly to the actual audio input within the actual smartphone itself. However, just one thing that before I move too far, however, it doesn't work with the native camera app. Unfortunately, they did tell me that both Android and iOS native camera currently does not support Bluetooth audio input, so that's not very good. But if you're already thinking about filming with iPhone, you probably would use Filmic Pro already. So Filmic Pro does actually allow you to change the audio input using Bluetooth. That means that it's fully compatible with this, and you can do all sorts of stuff with Filmic Pro that you normally do, plus a much better audio signal. But of course, like any company nowadays, it does include their native app as well, the Smartmike Sabinetek app thing, you know, and so it does allow you to use the mic, of course, and do all the firmware updates and so forth, and adjust all kind of parameters within the actual unit itself, which is another thing actually quite cool. At the moment I'm filming with this, and I'm using the Pro audio setup, which does allow me to change all sorts of stuff, like the gain level, the noise reduction. Yeah, I haven't done a really severe test about the noise reduction feature of this, because it's really hard for me to kind of gauge the differences between. At the moment I'm using medium, and there are some planes and traffic going around, so you'll be the judge of it to see how quiet this is. And also I'm using what they call the AGC, which is audio gain control auto, so everything automatic, so I don't have to do anything. So it will adjust the level according to the level of my voice, basically. So hopefully this works very well, doesn't have any clippings at all. So I'm leaving everything auto, so just to show you how easy it is if someone is thinking about getting some of this for their vlogging and stuff like that. But anything else apart from the Bluetooth stuff? Yes, there's one more thing. You know, if you get 2 units like what I have right here, I have the second unit, so you can actually do an interview 2 persons using Bluetooth connecting to smart devices. So if you can do basically interview using the smartphone while having actually higher quality audio input without having to plug in anything else, I think this is pretty cool too. So if you're a vlogger having a guest coming in and you want both have the same audio quality, you can have 2 of these together. Another feature about 2 of these as well, the one that comes with the main unit, the Smartmike Plus, is both the receiver and transmitter, and the second unit is only a transmitter. So you can use it like a normal Wireless Go setup, so you can plug this main unit to the camera via the 3.5mm cable and use this as just the mic itself. So it worked perfectly, just like Wireless Go. But then again, this only using Bluetooth, so the distance is not as great as the Rode Wireless Go, so you just have to bear that in mind. But other than that, awesome stuff. I do like it. One criticism though, or maybe two criticism, is that first of all, look at this, no good. Mini USB. Why no USB-C, man? This is 2022. I know this thing came out last year, it was 2021, but still, you know, USB-C is already widely available. They should have USB-C charging. And secondly, is that using the native app, the Sabinetek filming app that I have at the moment, they have a lot of limitations in the 4K recording. First of all, you get no beauty mode, so I can't smooth my skin, make me look 10 years younger. Or and you can't have 24 frames per second, which is a bummer, you know. And I shoot everything in 24, which is actually very horrible. If I want to shoot some B-roll with my camera, which I set in 24, and this is 25 and 30 maximum, I can't do anything. You know, it's going to have skip frame when I do edits, so that's no good. But still, this is minor thing that I can fix in the app in the future, but I do want them to support 24 frames per second in the app itself, and maybe even supporting 60 frames, because the latest iOS smartphones, like the 13 Pro Max that I'm using right now, the front camera does support 4K 60. At the moment, the app doesn't allow me to do that either. Right, okay. Live, this is a plane above me. You guys tell me how the noise reduction thing works at the moment. I set it to medium, haven't set it to strong, so hopefully it will kind of drown out a little bit of the plane noise above me. So that's just to show how good this mic is. But hopefully you can hear me still loud and clear without any sort of annoyance. So there you go. This is what I want to show you, this mic first. Let's go back to what we're here today is to talk about the camera. But before I do that though, one more thing is to talk about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform where you can find tons of high quality materials so you can learn new skills or further your existing knowledge. Even a professional myself, I need to keep up with the latest trend and upgrade my skills for tomorrow's projects. Well, I recently got a few news inspiration from my good friend Dan Rubin's travel photography class. It's fun, relaxed and well presented. And this is the same across all classes inside Skillshare. So if you want to learn more stuff about photography or even for your well-being, well, there's always something in Skillshare. Because I'm so good, Skillshare is offering the first 1,000 subscribers a free 1-month free trial instead of the normal 7 days by clicking the link in my video description below. So you can start exploring this huge library to your heart's content and boost your creative juice, or at the comfort on your sofa, bed, or even toilet for that little creative break if you wish. Anyway, it's time to talk a little bit about this guy here, the Olympus Tough camera. So, the Tough TG series, it has been one of the most popular all-terrain tough cameras around for over a decade. The Olympus is one of the pioneers who created this kind of indestructible G-Shock-like camera for anyone who interested in taking actions, or even family like myself who doesn't want the kids destroy their camera, which is actually a fantastic tool. I have done 2 reviews already, one for this guy here, the TG5, and also his newer brother, the TG-6, and both videos in this channel received a phenomenal amount of interest and also views. That shows how popular this guy really is. But it has been a few years. It has been a few years since the last update, and I'm not entirely sure whether OEM system will continue to develop this line, but I think they should. Personally, I think the Olympus TG series has been so successful and phenomenal that the OEM digital solutions should continue this line. At this moment in time, of course, I'm not speculating anything, but I'm just saying that they should do a update for this guy here. Like what I mentioned in my previous review for the TG-6, it was more like an incremental update to the TG-5. So if you already have the TG-5 like this guy here, there's no reason you should get the TG-6, because the feature is basically the same, apart from some hardware updates like the rear screen with high res and stuff like that. But overall, it's basically the same camera. So if you're looking at a timeline, since TG-5, it's been over 5 years now. So I think an update would justify the new costs, and also like it will satisfy a lot of people who are looking for, still looking for an indestructible camera that can take stills and videos. It is because everything you get on the market right now is video oriented, like the GoPro and the DJI Action. Of course, you can take still frames, but it's very limited into what you can do. Unlike this guy here, it has Pro Capture, it has all sorts of still capabilities that you can have, like composite, light bulb. You can have it with this guy. So it's still a dedicated photographer camera with video feature, which is actually pretty good. And judging from the amount of views I got from my previous 2 videos, you can see that, you know, people still loving this camera, people still want to get this camera, although a lot of people were really suggesting it's getting a little bit old. They want to see some new text in this camera, such as better sensors, maybe even bigger sensor, bigger text, newer processor, for instance, and better connectivities. There are a lot of things that they can improve on this camera. However, as it is at the moment, I still think it's one of the best you can still buy on the market, even though that, you know, it may not have the latest sensor or the latest processor, for instance, for whatever you want to do with it. But for me, it is sufficient, especially now that we have, for instance, DxO's Pure Raw. You can correct a lot of the noise issues, remove all the noise in high ISO. Even for this small sensor, it's fully capable for a lot of stuff that you want to do. The question is, will Olympus make another one? Well, voice your opinion here in this channel, and let me know how many of you will still want to get a tough camera from Olympus or OM Solutions, because I personally want one. I personally want an updated version of the TG. The TG5, this guy has been my personal family camera. Everywhere I travel is always with me. Even though I have my OMD digital cameras with me, I still have this guy here, because sometimes if I just want to pop up with my kids, jump into a pool or something like that, you know, like, this is easy, you know. And I know if I drop this, it will survive. Not so much about OM, or maybe just get a lot of scratches and stuff like that, but I don't mind. This is designed and built for that sort of thing, and I love it. And you know, I went to Alps and things like that. This is always there as well, you know, like, no matter what I do, this is always kind of like in my camera bag somewhere. I know that at some point I may need this guy. If his adverse conditions suddenly hit me, I will take this out instead of my OMD. Yeah, I think it's a worthwhile line to save and continue to develop, and, you know, like, giving it more text, you know, I'm pretty sure it will appeal to a lot of people. Yeah, let me know what you think about that, and because I would like to hear your opinion, because I know a lot of you guys has been asking for this as well, because I just got about 4 or 5 comments for some reasons in the last 2 weeks talking about the Tough TG series. Some or asking where they can still get them, because the local store is sold out, and some were just basically asking me if I know any news about any updated version of this is coming soon. Of course, I cannot say anything even if I knew, but I'm just saying here that I don't know anything. But I think OM Digital Solutions should maybe considering updating this little guy here and giving some new text, like I mentioned, new sensor. I think that will be cool. What do you think? What do you think that they should put into the foreseeable future? I don't know, you know, if they do consider updating this guy here, what sort of thing would you like to see in a tough camera? I know what you're gonna say, bigger sensor. You know, it's all about sensor, right? I don't necessarily, not about the sensor, because sensor will increase the size of this guy, also the price, of course. And if you can imagine, a 1-inch sensor or maybe even 4-third sensor will definitely dramatically increase the size and the price of the camera. So you just have to think deep about this one. What sort of thing you want in a tough camera? Do you want just like a normal point and shoot in a very compact solution, or you want a slightly chunkier, or you don't mind paying for it, having a slightly more capable sensors for lower light situations? Yeah, you know, voice your opinion. Let me know. Anyway, this is the end of this particular vlog here. I hope you guys enjoys these this, you know, talk about the tough camera, because I personally, this is one of my favorites Olympus cameras of all time. I'm not joking, all time, yeah, including all the OMDs and all the OM stuff. This is one of the favorite cameras that I've ever owned in my entire life. Yeah, that's it. And what do you think about the audio? Is it good? Does it sound good? You know, and you will be the judge of it. If you want to know about more about this particular mic, I'll have the link in the video description so you can check the product out. It's quite affordable, and as like I said, it's very convenient if I want to just hook it up to my smartphone via Bluetooth without any cable. This is definitely very quick for me. Anyway, I'll speak to you all guys next time, and remember to subscribe if you want to stay in touch with all things photography, filmmaking, and of course OM system. Peace. Oh shit. I still have a cold. Oh, thank you for watching, and well, I still have to do a shout out to Hohem, you know, for this gimbal. I've owned and tested so many gimbal from Jiyun and DJI, and maybe some others I can't even remember now because I got so many of them. But this guy may not be the most expensive or most capable gimbal I've ever tested, but that killer thing, the tracking thing is phenomenal. You know, like, this is just absolutely stunning stuff, you know, like I love it, you know. And if you guys want a like very small compact gimbal that tracks you without using the app, this is good. This is the best, you know. Like, it's all gesture based, you know. If I just stop it, see, it's not stopping, it's stop tracking, you know. But like this just works really, really well, you know. I just love these things, and it's just almost like having a second videographer with you without having to pay for it or pay for that person. I'm just saying. But this thing's affordable. The Hohem AI tracking gimbal is so affordable that you can just pick one up cheaper than a DJI Osmo Action, not Osmo Action, the Osmo gimbal and the G-Unit as well. So this is cool. I mean, I don't know why they haven't actually adopted these solutions yet, because to me this is perfect. And if they have something like this but bigger for cameras, like proper cameras, I would buy it instantly. Because it's just so easy to use. I just all gesture stuff. It just works. Full stop. It just works. Anyway, and hope you guys enjoy my talk about the TG, because you know, everything I said there is really personal. I do think that this is phenomenal. I'm not sure about you guys, but I love the Tough cameras. I love G-Shock. You know, if you know, some of you follow me, I do have G-Shock watches. I have one right here. I love these indestructible things, you know, just in case the apocalypse, you know, and whatever happening around the world, at least I can still have something that I can take photos without damaging anything. And this is, yeah, just that thing, you know. Anyway, I'll speak to you all guys later, and I still got a little bit of cough at the moment. Yeah, I just don't know what happened to my health, man. After, you know, the COVID, you know, like, I almost immediately I caught a cold, you know, like a flu or some sort, you know. And for the last week I've been coughing non-stop, and it has affected my video productions, so it's a little bit slow for me at the moment. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with that. But I'll put all the links in the description about the mic, and also maybe the Hohem as well if you want to check them out again. Of course, the Tough TG, I'm going to send you the link for the online store, because I know some of you guys have been asking where you can get them. I'm going to send you the link on this in my description as well, so you can still find them. Other than that, you know, happy shooting, stay creative, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.